Good to see everybody here tonight. We will start our meeting this evening as I call it to order. We will have the Lord's Prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. All together. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, Jessica.
Commissioner Hughes.
Here.
Commissioner Mosier.
Here.
Commissioner Richardson.
Here.
Commissioner Jinks.
Here.
Commissioner Stutz.
Here.
Okay. The minutes were in your packet for the month of February. Is there a motion to approve those? I hope everybody's had a chance to read over those.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made second. Any discussion on these? If not, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Motion does carry. Sonia, report of distributions.
Okay, it's a little thicker this month, but only because we had a check run malfunction. It ate a check and it threw off everything by one check number, so we had to void and restart. So that's why this one looks a little funny. But if you look on page one, Rebecca Diane Neal, $500. She made a quilt for us for the 150th celebration that we've got on display. And if you'll skip all the way over to page 4, down about the middle of the page, our insurance, health insurance, $64,734.09. That's the employee and the employer portion. Down below that, East Tennessee Development District, $5,971.25. That's the biannual installment for planning services. Underneath that, ESO Solutions, $2,805.54. That is for the fire department reporting software. On the next page, Southeastern Communications, $3,213.81. That's our annual maintenance billing for the phone system over at the police department. Superior Sanitation, $2,715. That's our December landfill charges. William S. Trimble, down just below halfway, $1,829.26. That was a bay door at the fire hall that had to have some work done on it. Next page, $9,733.57. That's our gas billing. That was the gas purchases for December that we paid in January. Security Bank and Trust Company, $49,217.83. That is the debt on the police vehicles. Then below that, a check to Sampo for $5,000. That was money that we had, you all had voted to give Sampo from the COVID funds. We transferred that into general fund to pay it. And on the next page, Andrew Bowman, $1,000. That is a band that's going to play at the 150th fair. We had to go ahead and lock them in. Tellico Plains Police Department, $2,640.90. That's part of the collaborative police grant. And then Midlife Crisis, $500. That was a Main Street lunch.
Hey, Sonia,
Yes.
go back over our Telco Police Department. What is
Yes.
that for?
So that grant that we got, we had to collaborate with another city. And so we collaborated with Tellico Plains, and we had to, Jessica may have to answer that, we had to Is this some of their
That
wages?
invoice is salary. So we employed 2 officers for Sweetwater and 1 officer for Tellico Plains. Tellico Plains is our subcontractee, so we have a subcontract with them, and the state reimburses us 100% for everything on that grant. So both our 2 officers and the Tellico Plains officer are paid under the same grant contract from the state, and it's 100%
They
reimbursement.
pay us and then we had to turn around and pay them.
Okay.
Then the last thing in general fund is our Blue Cross payment, $5,091.71. That's our dental and vision for employee and employer. Fund 121, there is a payment to Cannon and Cannon for $1,935. That's engineering fees for Hawkins and Linwood. And again, you see the voided checks in that fund. That's gonna be across the board. Nothing significant in the drug fund. Tourism fund, there was a credit card payment for $2,821.15. That was, the rest of, small town Christmas expenses. That did include the nativity that we paid for, which is a huge hit. And then Athens Movie Palace for $350. That was for the premiere of our, short film. The library fund, Tanya's here if anybody has any questions on that. And on the solid waste fund, $25,641.08. That's the garbage contract for the month. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Sonia. Any questions? Okay, hear a motion to accept these distributions.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Motion does carry. There's no one registered to make public comment on actionable items. We will now open a public hearing on the resolution for comp time. The board wants to increase the comp time limit to 80-hour maximum. Is there anyone here present to make a comment on this amendment? Okay. There's no old business. In new business, there's a vacancy on the Park and Rec Commission. Commissioner Hughes, do you have a nomination for the fulfill the vacancy on that?
Yeah, I make a motion that we fill that temporary vacancy with Marcus Johnson. And he's well known throughout the Sweetwater sports. He's been involved in about everything. And this will be a temporary vacancy until June 30th, 2025.
So I hear a motion. Marcus Johnson to replace,
Shall we do it?
Second.
okay,
Alan seconded.
got a motion and a second? Yeah. Okay, I got to turn my hearing aid up. It looks like I didn't hear that. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Motion does carry. Is there a motion regarding the amendment to the handbook for comp time? Motion,
I'll move we adopt the resolution as presented in our packet.
I'll second that.
motion been made and second. Any discussion on this? If not, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Motion does carry. We are applying for a safety grant up to $3,000 with 50% match. Is there a motion?
Make a motion for approval of the grant.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any discussion on this? This safety grant for what, Jessica? Just any, please?
It depends. It's kind of split up between departments. So the safety grant we apply for every year, it's from our insurance company. It's a private grant. It's up to $3,000 and there's a 50% match. Usually we do boots in the parks department one year, and the next year street department gets boots. We do safety gloves. A safety grant actually bought our projector and screen for training. So it just depends on what the application was for. This year I think we did boots, maybe some
vests.
cones and vests. Yeah. So just generic safety supplies we're gonna have to buy anyway, but we can get half of it back from our insurer.
Oh, okay.
This
Okay.
year's Park and Rec.
You can take it, Lamar. I vote yes for Lamar.
Okay, we got a motion and a second.
in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carries. There's an ordinance to amend the alcohol rules for packaged liquor stores to allow smaller display square footage in the downtown district. The board learned about this in the workshop. We talked about it quite lengthily last Monday night. This ordinance will allow a smaller building to fit the requirements for a liquor package store. Do I hear a motion and a second?
I make a motion we approve ordinance number 1046.
Second.
Motion made second. Any more discussion on this? We discussed it quite a bit last week.
This, where it references our main street district, that will be the one we officially vote to define from time to time, correct?
Yes, I do
So it's
think
not
the-
necessarily downtown, cause that,
Right. I do think the Main Street district has to be approved by the Main Street board and then submitted to us, and then we approve it too. So both of those entities approve that district boundary. But yeah, that's what we're referring to.
Okay. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion does
Do you
carry.
need a roll call on that?
We
Roll
have
call.
approved the masonry work on the Biggs home. And John spoke with the contractor this week. John,
Mayor?
you,
I think she said we needed a roll call on that.
Yeah, that's an ordinance.
Sorry, that's not on there. We do have to have a roll call on that one.
Okay, let's-
46.
let's back up on 1046. Let's take a roll call vote on that.
Commissioner Hughes,
Aye.
Commissioner Mosier,
Aye.
Commissioner Richardson,
Aye.
Commissioner Jinks,
Aye.
Commissioner Studs.
aye.
Okay, motion carries. We have approved the masonry work on the Biggs building. John, you want to keep inform us on that? Tell us what went on?
Yes, I met with contractor down today, Mr. Ward, Brian Ward, he's doing mortar work right now. Basically, he doesn't have water and power down there. And he said, hey, any chance we could get water down here, you're gonna need it ultimately anyway. And I said, well, that's something I gotta run, by the board. So I called SUV just to get a quote on what that might cost to put a water meter and a tap down there. They did say that the water runs along that side of the street, so it wouldn't be any major concern, but the fees associated with that would be about $1,000 to get a water meter set there that he could use to hook up his pressure washer to basically wash and clean the brick and do the masonry work. And then we also talked about needing power there for any future work. He needs power. He's got a generator there he can get by with for a little while. But the next contractor that comes along, whether it be roofing or whatever, if you guys approve further work, would also need water and power as well. So that's not something obviously that I could say yes, we'll do. That has to come to you guys. So just letting you know, SUV said about $1,000 if they set a water meter there, and then a temp pole would be, I think, $7,500 is what they charge for a temp pole.
$75.
Yeah.
Just 75.
That's
Okay.
kinda where it
And I
stands.
mean,
He was
plus
down there
usage,
today.
so sometimes it's, 80 or 100 by the end of the day.
We still have, after the masonry work, we still have money allocated for the Biggs house in this budget, don't we? Okay. Well, I move that we approve the installation of a water tap and a temporary power pole
I'll
at the
second.
Biggs house.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion does carry. Any other business to come before the board at this time? Anybody? All minds clear? We are adjourned. Thank you for being here.
Slam dunk.
I don't know about all mine's being clear. You talking with me and
I know some of them. Not